Do you want to get paid? Introducing Legacy Builders Global, where everybody gets paid. We don't create investors. We create legacy builders. Legacy Builders Global. Visit us at www.legacybuildersglobal.com.
Hey guys, welcome to today's live, and today we're gonna talk about the jet stream. If you don't know, that's like the big winds that are basically blowing along the earth, and they go in one direction, they go in the other direction, and they make the fast airline travel possible because they hop into those jet streams in order to be faster. That's what you see, well, right now not, because not a lot of airplanes are flying, but that's what you see especially over the Atlantic Ocean between Europe and the US. That's why there are certain flight routes. But the topic is not about this like nature and all of that stuff, even though I love talking about nature, but the jet stream has made the sky in New York gray because of the fires in California. And I read another article where even in Leipzig, so in a German city, you can find particles of the smoke from California in the air. Now, why is that important? Now, two different thoughts on that. First of all, California is one of the biggest producer also of agricultural products, which means the more they have fires, the less agriculture will be there. The second thing is there are a lot of farmers also growing wheat for smoking. So if you are invested in that, you might want to check it out if there will be a supply and demand issue for sure on that, because Oregon is also affected. So things are pretty intense there. But it just shows and illustrates how small the world is and how interconnected the world is. And that there is not one thing that you can actually do that affects nobody else. I mean, the last time Fukushima, real bad catastrophe, and you saw like how far the radioactive clouds were going. And they were going almost till California and even in the water. So those things are natural disasters, yes, but they also show how interconnected the world is in terms of investments, okay? Because whatever we do here also depends on what's happening in the US, it's depending on what's happening in China. For example, yesterday we talked about the economical recovery of Germany going on. So things like that mean that we are all depending on each other. And I don't know why some people don't get it, and they think we would be better off if every state would be for their own and like buy only what's made in that state. It's impossible to do that. The world has changed so dramatically that yes, there will be adaptation in order to do that, but it's gonna take time. And there is a saying that no man is an island, and I believe that no country is an island actually. And well, Cyprus is an island, but in terms of like living self-sufficiently just of what is basically done in there. There are bigger countries like the US or maybe Brazil or Russia where you have all the different climate zones and everything, where you theoretically can just live of what's produced there. But the point is, for us as investors, we need to have an eye on what is happening globally. You cannot turn a blind eye today in today's world on what's happening in California with the wildfires, how that might affect different companies and stuff like that, and then look somewhere else and say it's not important what's happening in Hong Kong with the protests, because that's changing Hong Kong forever, and that means really a lot. Maybe we should talk in another video about that. You cannot look at what's happening in Poland and how the EU is divided on spending and stuff like that, or how like the Brexit is going or not going, or will it happen or will it not happen, nobody knows. So those things, you cannot see them isolated anymore. They are all intertwined, they are all depending on each other, and you have to make sure that your investments are as secure as they can be against those, which means you should have investments like over different asset classes, like we always talk about that, like real estate, crypto, precious metals, stocks, different things. You also, if it's big enough, you should have it in different countries. You should have your money not only in one currency in one country, but in different ones. So you have to come up with those strategies, and we'll do, like, on Wednesday, remember, on Wednesday we'll do the goal setting together. Okay, so you get a glimpse of what our goals are for next year, and they are huge, and we encourage each and everyone to start with your goal setting if you haven't already done it, because it's the most important thing you can do in your life and you can do for 2021 in order to make that your year. With that, I leave you for tonight, and have a good one. Bye, you guys.